Have you ever needed to create a schedule that included items from more than one DataGroup catalog type? For instance, in this station model, I have placed a number of pieces of equipment and furnishings, but I would like to include them all in a single schedule. But they came from 3 different catalog types. So it is actually quite easy to create a multi-category schedule, but there are a couple of things to keep in mind. So let's open the DataGroup Catalog Editor and talk about properties. I currently have items in my model from the Equipment Station Catalog, the Ticketing and Fare Control Catalog, and even the Furniture Catalog. And I would like to include all these items in a single schedule. Now, schedules are created by selecting the properties of a selected catalog type that are to be included in the schedule and then determining their order. Therefore, it makes sense that a multi-category schedule should include data group types that have similar properties, at least the properties that are to be included in the schedule. So let's change the view from catalog items to catalog types so that we can see which property definitions are assigned to each catalog type. So looking at the furniture, we have object properties that include identity like type ID and name, as well as manufacturer data, such as manufacturer and model number. These same properties exist on the equipment station and ticketing and fare control catalogs. However, note that the furniture catalog has additional data for material and color that the other 2 catalog types do not have. Now, we can still include these properties on our schedule, but they will only be populated on items from the furniture catalog. So let's open the schedule dialog and create the schedule. So currently I have a schedule under the ticketing and fare control, but of course it will only include items in this catalog. So let's create a new schedule. I can right-click on one of the catalog types I want to include in my schedule and select New. I'll give the new schedule a name. Determine where you want to save the information, which XML file, or create a new XML file. Then select the Catalog Type tab. So the Ticketing and Fare Control catalog is already included since I started the schedule from that catalog type. But I can add additional catalog types here. So I'll select the Equipment Station catalog type and move it to the selected catalog types. And do the same for the furniture. Now I will switch to the Properties tab. This is where I select the properties that I want to include in my schedule. So most of these, like the identification and the manufacturer's information, will be common to all 3 catalog types. But we will also include some of the properties that only belong to the furniture catalog. So let's start with the type ID and name. Let's add the manufacturer name and model number. And we will add the product material and color from the furniture group. And finally, I am also going to include the space name and number. Now that I have my selected properties, I can use the arrow up and down keys to order them in the way I would like to see them on my table or schedule. The Filters tab could be used to filter some items out of the table. But let's go to the Sorting and Grouping tab so that we can sort the data in a particular way. I will add the type ID as the sorting criteria. This will keep all the same objects grouped together. I can also set up formatting for each property type and set up templates for an Excel spreadsheet or a table, but let's just skip that and take a look at our schedule. Note that the schedule was not created under the ticketing and fare control where we started it, but instead was created under multi-category schedules. So let's look at our schedule. The schedule is sorted and grouped by the type ID. Most of the items have the data for the manufacturer name and model number, but note that only the stools, which come from the furniture catalog, have a product material and color. I can even edit or modify this data from the schedule dialog. But if I try to edit this property on any of the other items, the option is grayed out because it is not actually a property of this item. Now, if I do want to schedule that data for these items, then I need to actually add that property definition to that catalog type. Press the information button if you want a link to a video that shows you how to create and add definition properties to the DataGroup Catalog Types. So we have combined 3 catalog types into a single schedule that can now be placed in our drawings.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.